In Breath of the Wild, we can see plethora of Sheikah technology, whether it be the Sheikah Slate, the Guardians, or ancient weapons. But what actually powers this mysterious technology? Throughout the game, we see a blue flame that is used as a power source. But what exactly is it? Well, turns out we might have actually seen this blue flame before. Well, this is where we have to draw a distinction between both magic and technology within the Zelda series. As it turns out, there are theories pointing out that they may be one and the same. For example, within Majora's Mask, you encounter a side quest involving aliens. However, within these events, these aliens seem to kidnap a cow. An interesting theory comes in the shape of the Chateau Romani, a drink in-game that extends your magic bar indefinitely for the remainder of your current 3-day cycle. This is a drink that is made from the milk of the cows at Romani Ranch, the same cows these aliens are after. In other words, it may be possible that these beings are kidnapping cows for a potential power source, which may or may not be the case, but moving on. The Twilight technology found in Twilight Princess does bear some similarities to Sheikah tech. Considering the links between the two isn't much of a surprise, fun fact, both tribes mention divine beasts in their stories. However, the main difference between the two is that Twilight tech is powered by these souls, which stand in contrast to Sheikah tech, which is powered by the blue flames, of course. In terms of design, I can see similarities between the two, specifically the blue lines and angled glyphs affiliated with both kinds of technology. But there is also another source of power that can be found in Twilight Princess, the Dominion Rod's magic, which can be found in the Temple of Time's dungeon. Certain statues there can be controlled by using the power of the Dominion Rod, revealing chartreuse-like lines which glow seemingly from within. The Dominion Rod originates from the city in the sky, and seems to have been made from the sky beings, the Uka, for the messengers in the heavens. Interestingly though, the same energy lines appear here as they do in both Sheikah and Twilight tech. Another place where blue linings on a being show up once more is within the Tower of the Gods in Wind Waker. Here is housed the boss of the dungeon, Godon, which has massive hands and red eyes. He seems to have some type of blue energy running through his body and the walls of the chamber. Godon can be described as a somewhat sentient being, similar to the Guardians but with ability to speak. It is alleged to have been created by the gods to test the hero to come. And lastly, we can see these same energy lines in another Zelda entry, and they're seen in the form of the timeshift stones of Skyward Sword. Within that game, more specifically in Lanayru Desert, you can see a number of interesting tidbits. Here you'll see ancient robots along with advanced technology that utilizes these stones as a power source. And since this is the earliest game in the entire series in terms of timeline, is it possible that the timeshift technology here is a precursor to all the ones that follow? To answer that question, we go now to the sacred flames within Skyward Sword. These embers are used to increase the power of the goddess sword to temper it into the master sword. To this end, Nehru's flame seems to be the most significant in context to technology, as the flame rests within the Lanayru region, the same location which again is home to many types of ancient technology. And curiously, this same flame is blue in color. And this is where we come back to both Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time, where blue flames are apparent. In the former, it is used to fuel technology, but in the later, something interesting happens. In Ocarina of Time, the flame is used to melt a special variety of red ice, and for whatever reason, the same flame apparently is in commercial use. Whether or not the blue flame in Ocarina is the same one within Breath of the Wild is unknown, but cataloging the journey of the flame is fairly interesting. However, there is one last artifact to look at, the Ocarina of Time itself. It is capable of manipulating time and space, and very reminiscent of the timeshift stones as well. So maybe it's her sacred power contained within the blue flames. This becomes even more likely considering the fact as Link wakes up in Breath of the Wild, he finds himself lying in the Shrine of Resurrection in some sort of liquid. This liquid seems to have kept him alive for 100 years, restoring his body from the injuries he suffered from fighting the Guardians. So what do you guys think? Was ancient technology in Skyward Sword a precursor to the later types of technology we would see in the Zelda series? And is the blue flame at the heart of it? Does the goddess Hylia have anything to do with this, and could she even have collaborated with Nehru to create the flame? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Well then, I hope you enjoyed the Zelda theory on the chamber. Let us know if you want to see more. With that being said, this has been Lexxi, and we'll see you next time.